Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and today it is time for a low buy update. I will leave linked, if you haven't seen it already, my original 2025 low buy rules, goals, whatnot, and today's going to be an update and a little bit of a rule adjustment after a month of kind of living with these guidelines and seeing how it was going. So if that sounds good to you, keep on watching. Before we get too far into the video, if you have not already, I would love it if you consider subscribing. I upload videos twice a week. It's totally free to subscribe, and I would love to have you back again on the channel for all things makeup. So before we get into what has come in my collection and what I've used up this month, the big adjustment for my rules, right? I've got this point system I'm doing this time around is going to be that after talking to some other people and talking to you guys too and saying that I didn't want this low buy to feel like so restrictive that it made me unhappy, right? I've decided that I am going to let any items that I purchase that are being discontinued or like the last restock of a special edition item, something like that's just the last time I can get it, and that's kind of why I'm purchasing it. I'm not going to count those as points that I am collecting that I have to balance out with things I'm using. Because I feel like on a low buy, like for me, that's usually what I try to stick to, is only buying things when it's like this is your last chance. So I also, leaving last month with 37.5 points in the hole, was like, that's a little unrealistic. Like, I want it to be a successful thing. So I am going to make anything that is or PR or a gift or things like that not worth points that I have to balance out. So that means in last month's video, I had counted Gloomy Garden as 7.5 points, being the number of pans divided by 2, and Cyborg Choir as 7.5 as well. I'm going to go ahead and give myself those 15 points back and retroactively go with this rule, which means I started in the hole 22.5 points is the actual like starting point since the last month. So let's go over first the things I've added to my collection and see what my new racked up points is. And then we'll go through the things I've used up, because I have been able to use some things up in the last month, which is great. So first of all was the Glaminatrix mystery bag from Valentine's Day. I'm not going to go through all of those items just because I have a totally separate video I'll leave linked in the cards going over what all I got in that bag. And I had bought that bag actually way a long time ago before I ever even made the rules or anything for this low buy. It just took that long to get to me in the US from Australia. But that ended up being either 12 full-size items or, like, you know, the palette divided by 2 that I got in there, whatever, 12 points, I guess I'll say, total for that mystery bag. So that was a big one because that was, I mean, it was kind of a limited edition, whatever, as far as the mystery bag and the price and the sale was concerned. But they're all items you can get on their site at any time. So it certainly wasn't necessarily, so I gotta account for and take accountability for those points there. And then on the TikTok shop, there was a sale going on for the brand Ortega, which I have been eyeing for a while and I've really wanted to try. So it was a sale, but I still have to count those as points against me because it wasn't anything limited edition or like the last restock or anything like that. So I got 2 Ethereal Glow Balms. These are basically like balmy, creamy highlighters. I got one in Ice Queen, which is more of like a white looking one, but it's got like purpley blue reflect in it. Hopefully you can see the design a little bit there in the pan. Again, I've never tried this brand, so I'm really looking forward to testing these out. I did swatch them. If there's anything in this video that's new in my collection, by the way, that you want to see in an upcoming video, please comment below and let me know. I'd be happy to incorporate them in somehow. And then another of the same product, but in the shade Rose Quartz. This one is more of, I think it's gonna be more of like a blush lighter for me than it is just a highlighter with my skin tone. But I do like a glowy blush, especially the cream ones, because they tend to not pick up on my texture as much as a powder glowy blush does. So these were 1 point each. That's 2 points right there. Next up, I did buy from Adept Cosmetics the Vivette palette. They were doing a 50% off sale and clearancing it because it's not coming back. It was the last restock. So with my new adjusted rule, I'm still going to show you that I got this, but I'm not going to count it against my points. Hopefully you guys feel like that's fair. I know it's still bringing something into my collection without getting something out of my collection. But again, I just made this adjustment because I truly want this to be like a positive, fun experience and not me being miserable and like it being impossible to balance out this point system. So that one is Adept Cosmetics Vivette. Next up, there was this crazy sale on Danessa Myricks, right? You could get the Groundwork Blooming Romance palette for half off. And they were having sales on some of their other items too. So I got the palette. Oh my goodness, I cannot open the packaging. And then I also got one of their Blurring Balm Powder Flush, like blush situations. I've had that on my wish list for years. So here is the palette. I know it's technically like a cream and a powder, but I'm just gonna count it as one pan because they're labeled as one shade. Maybe you think that's cheating, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 divided by 2. So this is 5 points for this. I really wanted this one because like I've been liking the Mauve Cream Clay shadows, but I don't really have any other cream shadows like that. And I know I like Danessa Myricks shadows. And I've been using my single palettes a lot more lately. If you haven't seen my March palette ranking video, I'll link it. There were a lot less palettes than normal in that because I've been doing a lot more just like singles lately and layering things. So yeah, that one is 5 points. And then the blush with it is 1 point. And this is what the blush looks like here. Just like a nice orange. It's in the shade Bellini. I love an orange blush, especially in the summer. So wanted to try that out. But those were not necessary. They were just on sale. Next up is another item that is a freebie for me. You can still get this, but I think like they're on their last run and mine just came in. This is the Freya collab with Cheery Up. I think I'm saying that right, but I'm not sure. I've never tried the C Beauty brand before, but again, like I said, I've been wanting to try more cream eyeshadow formulas from different brands other than just Mauve, and I really liked the Shellewe collab that I got with the collab Freya did. So it's an artist I feel like I vibe with color story wise, and yeah, so this one haven't tried it yet, but is a freebie, so to speak, with my points. Another freebie, this one's actually in PR. I have to review this. I got this through the Iris app. This is an app that you can do reviews and get free stuff for if you're interested. This is the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer. So this one doesn't count against me as well since it's kind of like PR gift in a way. I also made my first purchase ever from DD Signature. I've never bought from them before, but I've been wanting the Blooming Basket. It was out of stock for a long time. Finally came back, but it's going out. One shade is broken, so I'm gonna leave the plastic on here. Here's what it looks like. Haven't used any of these, by the way, yet. So again, please let me know if you wanna see them. But that's a freebie, and so is the Shattered Romance, because neither of these are getting restocked. This is just it. Oh, this looks so good. A smoky pink eye. Love. Can't wait to use this one. So fun. And then my last two are from Simply Posh, another brand I have never ever tried. I'm so excited to try these. I got the Cozy Cabin and Sweet Angel palettes. Two more that when they're gone, they're not coming back. This is the Cozy Cabin, more of like a warm neutral, but it's also got like this cooler tone side, so that's fun. The shimmers look outstanding. I can't wait to try. And then the last one is the Snow Angel. And these shimmers, the like duochromes, look so good. These look like the exact texture of shimmer that I love. So I cannot wait to try this brand and this palette. Oh, it's so pretty. I know some of the mattes I definitely could have duped. I don't know that I have anything quite like these shimmers though, so I am excited for those. And yeah, that's everything I got. So when it was all said and done with my new rule, I added 20 points. This time around, this update, 12 of that was the Glaminatrix mystery box. So I know a lot of it came from there, but I think the system's going to help me out. Hopefully there's not as many brands doing limited edition stuff or like discontinuing stuff or last restock stuff, because I know this is a lot of makeup for a low buy. But again, I'm not trying to like make myself feel FOMO or whatever through doing this. It's just trying to be, you know, aware and have a little point system. So now let's get into the points, right? So before this, I had negative 21.5 points with my new rule adjustment. So adding to that with the 20 points would be negative 41.5. But I did use some things up. So I completely used up the Coty Airspun translucent powder, took out the like sifter and everything. When I use a product up, I use it up. I've had this for years, wouldn't repurchase it. The smell is atrocious. The product performed okay, so that got completely used up. This little Cover FX mattifying primer's completely gone, and that's half a point since it is a mini. The Benefit Gimme Brow Plus, I've used so many of these. I think I'm going to try a different brow gel next time though. I don't have any other brow gels in my collection, so I'm going to have to buy something, but I think I'm going to go clear or something, maybe even brow lamination instead of a tinted one, and see how I like that. So that might be something that I add a point while this is subtracting a point when I get to that. But I haven't purchased it yet, so that'll be next update next time. But that was minus a point. And then the last two things were minis. The Tarte Big Ego Mascara. I've just been trying to use up mascaras that I already have in my collection before they dry out. I used up this mini, that's half a point. And then after my video where I was talking about my favorite glosses, like I took the stopper out of this one and everything, been scraping the sides. This is the Tarte H2O gloss, which was one of my top 10 gloss formula recommendations, and I am proud to say that video did help me get back into glosses a little bit. I'm wearing the Essence Hollow Wow Dewy Lip Shine in Scarab Wings right now. I love this one so much. It's like a plummy with a blue reflect. That's besides the point. But those two Tarte minis got me another point total each. So in total, I'm in the whole 38 points, which I will say, one, that's a lot of products that I have to use up to get back to neutral, first of all. But second of all, at the end of last video, I thought I was in the whole, or not thought I was in the whole 37.5 points before I made that rule adjustment. So I'm half a point difference between where I was at the end of the last update anyway. So I am now, for the next month, going to try, like I said, to not really make any purchases that are going to accumulate any more points and just stay in the category of PR or gifted or last final restocks, limited edition, discontinuing that kind of stuff, so that I'm not accruing any more points, and just focusing on using more stuff up, because I definitely have more things that are getting low towards the end. A lot of them are minis, so those will only get me half a point when I use up like some of these little mini products I've been working on, but still half a point is half a point, and it's still like a lot of small things is still like space wise getting stuff out, and that's part of why I'm doing this, is to get more space, because I'm literally running out of storage for makeup. So whatever it is, I'll get rid of it and use it up. Thanks so much if you made it all the way to the end. I hope you enjoyed this update. Let me know your comments down below, your feedback, what you think of the rule adjustments, how you've been doing with your low buy, what are you doing to stay strong. I'd love to hear from you, and I hope to see you again on the next time. Bye!